Okay. I got a lengthy intro, but please bear with me because I think you're really gonna like what I got to show you today. But I'm gotta say some few things first, and I want to get it out of the way. I want to make it clear that I'm not all I'm what I'm trying to do here, right, is I'm just trying to share other people's research. Occult science, trample on snakes, Mr. McCleary. Okay, I believe in their research. I don't care what that dude says about me. Trample on snakes. It doesn't matter. It's not true. So I don't care. So he still does good stuff. I believe in his research, just like I believe in occult science and Mr. McCleary. The reason why I'm doing this stuff, even though I don't understand it a great deal, is because the very first person I watched about and learned about this stuff was from occult science. He said this is the real truth movement, and people don't have the balls to talk about it, and that people need to talk about it. So the guy who brought it to my attention says that people need to talk about it. So I feel so strongly and believe in this research in him so much that that's what I want to do. I want to do what the guy is saying because I believe in his research, so I want to share it. I don't understand it a great deal. I'm still trying to learn. I'm still new to it, but I want to pass it along because I really believe in it. And I'm going to show you that there is absolutely something to this research. No joke is this stuff, and there's no way this is a coincidence. No way. Okay? So, this is the Maserati Super Bowl commercial that's getting passed around like crazy on the internet because of the trident that's in it. The people are saying is the trident that's in Ukraine, and this whole kid's saying it now we strike or whatever is all about predictive programming of what's happening in Ukraine. Not arguing that, I think that's a great connection. But what I want to morally focus on and what I think is more important is this kid. I would play the video, but you won't hear the audio because for whatever reason, Screencast won't play. You can't hear the audio. It sucks. I'm sorry, but I'll put the link below. You can watch it for yourself if you haven't already. And the kid says something along these lines. It's not word for word right, but I'm just going to paraphrase. We're giants. We've been here forever. Or we've been here all along. Something along those lines. Now, what I want to show you is how it certainly appears that that is very true. Whether or not the trident is the same, it certainly appears the same, but I tell you, this certainly does seem that these guys have been here forever. Now, I've done a video on this. I'll put a link below to where I explain it the best ability. I would put the other guys that I'm learning it from, their videos below, but the problem about that is a lot of their videos aren't really titled what the stuff is, and they're only a couple minutes long, so it'd be really hard for me to put it together for you. So what I've just done is just I've watched a bunch of their videos and just kind of condensed it down, and it's in my Ghostbusters video. A lot of people have actually already seen it, so they know what I'm talking about already if you have, but I'll put it below if this is new to you. But this is all the same thing, okay? This all represents the same thing. It's this. It's this keyhole. It's CERN. It's all the same thing. It's a gateway. It's a portal to another dimension, if you will, and it all ties in with the planet Saturn and the moon. And it's not a secret. It's a secret to us because we're not in the club. But there's a whole bunch of people that know exactly what all this stuff is. So it's made up of these pillars and a square and a circle and a triangle that you get in this compass, and it's all the same thing. Now, Mr. McCleary made this video, Circle in the Sand. Now, I work at a grocery store, and they play this song, and I hate it because it drives me nuts because I've been trying to tell people what it means, and nobody really cares or wants to listen. So whenever I saw it, I was like, oh, I was really hoping it was about the song, and it is. And in this video, he shows an artifact that also depicts all this stuff and depicts the whole story because it's the same story told over and over again. That's why there's so many different variations of this thing. It's just the same thing, all right? These rich dummies, they smash light, they ram light, or C, because C is light, right? So they ram C's like the Pharaoh. They smash light together in a laboratory somewhere down below the earth, and a portal opens up. I know it sounds crazy. I don't know how it works, but it's what they do. All right, if you don't believe it, that's fine. You don't have to, but I want to show you how these things have indeed been here forever and how they've been depicting that this is the case for a very long time. So this artifact he showed, I wanted to show it too because I've been talking about this, right, with the Ghostbusters video. So I asked him, or anybody, how do I find the artifact he showed in the video? So Mr. McCleary types back, type in Phoenician artifacts or something like Phoenician goddess. Don't just stop at those artifacts. You will find many more that show more of the same storyline. He just says, just do a picture search, and you'll see a whole lot of connections, so that's what I did. And you will see that this thing is depicted over and over and over again by what appears to be every culture for who knows how long this has really gone on for. I quit at like 8 or 7. This is the one I think he used in the video now. It's the Phoenician one. You see, here's the pillar, square, triangle, circle. It's all the same thing. It's CERN. They smash this light. This portal opens up. Their quote-unquote gods come out, and they bring about hell on earth, the return of the golden age of Saturn. And if you don't go along with what these things say, if you don't worship them, well, we know what happens. And it's all tied in with this planet Saturn. And here it is. Here's the Mayans. That's CERN right there. I mean, they even, let's see where, it looks like they even depicted the magnets, because that's what these things are. And you have these current stories talking about how these guys are beefing up the magnets in CERN, and they're building a huge, even bigger CERN. Here, it's the same thing. It's just a bunch of different variations of the same thing over and over again. Here's the Aztecs. Here's a Sumerian one. Mr. McCleary shows this one all the time. It's the same thing. It's just a bunch of this. It's just the same story. Here's Egyptian. There's the Babylonians. Here's the Assyrians. This is my favorite because it's the straight up keyhole. Not that the Mayan one's not a good, dead on of CERN, but I mean, there you go. I mean, bam, that's the keyhole. I like that one a lot. So it's the same story over and over and over again. There is absolutely something to this all. And they're trying to do it right now, or they have done it, and they're just about to officially be announced in the coming years or whatever. It won't be too much longer. There's no way it can be. Maybe something will happen with that One World Trade Center. Maybe something will happen on July 27 when they talk about the Siri iApple or the iApp or whatever talks about the gates of Hades opening. I don't know. I don't know if that's really going to happen, but it certainly appears that throughout history, all over the place, that event is depicted time and time again. And now, thanks to Brian for sending this to me, because it all ties in with Saturn, and Saturn's the black star, black sun, which is what that whole star is, that the star they've made unto themselves, as the Bible talks about in Amos 5:26. When you see this is that Russia oil refinery that people on the internet are asking if they're under attack. Whenever you see this in a picture like this, you know it's all part of the plan. They got their fingerprints in it. This stuff ain't by coincidence. These things are, they call them locusts in the Bible, and they talk about them being in a prison somewhere deep in the earth. I think it's called Tartarus. I'm still learning, but that's what's going on. So when you see stuff like this, you know that this is all part of the plan, and it ain't nothing good. So thanks again to Brian for sharing that, and I appreciate Mr. McCleary getting back to me on this, because this was awesome. He always talks about artifacts all the time, and I always forget to do it because I look at other stuff. But this is great. I mean, this is so neato. It's the same thing over and over again. I wonder how many more. I quit after 7 or 8, so maybe I should look at some more and see who else does it. Thanks to everybody for watching. Appreciate all the teammates and supporters out there. Appreciate all my subs. I'll put this here video below, and a couple of these here pictures in this video as well. So thanks everybody for watching again. Appreciate it, everybody. Bye.